Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, I want you to imagine a piece of fruit. But this piece of fruit is so exclusive that it sells for the price of a luxury car. Today, we're peeling back the layers on the world's most expensive durians, the undisputed king of fruits.
You know, you might be thinking about that pricey durian you see at the local market. But let me tell you, the world of top-tier durians, that's a completely different ballgame. It's a whole other level of extravagance. I mean, seriously, forget about paying by the pound. We are talking about a single fruit that can cost as much as a brand new car, maybe even more. So let's dive in. We're going to count down the top 8 most expensive durians in the world, and trust me, the last one is going to blow your mind.
So let's get this countdown started. And just to be clear, these are varieties that are already in a league of their own, way beyond anything you'd ever find at the supermarket.
All right, kicking things off at number 8, we have what's known as the perfect entry point into the wild world of luxury durians.
So what is it? It's the D101, but it's more famously known as the Red Prawn. This one's been officially registered since the 1970s, and it's famous for being so perfectly balanced that it earned a really cool nickname in its native Malaysia, the Little Musang King.
And this is why they call it the gateway luxury durian. Just look at that amazing orange-red flesh, and you can imagine how creamy the texture is. But the flavor, that's what makes it special. It's got this mild sweetness that just kind of slides into this really pleasant light bitterness. It's the perfect place to start if you want to get into the high-end stuff.
Okay, coming in at number 7 is a durian with a story that sounds like it's straight out of a myth. This is the Jinfeng, or golden phoenix. And the legend goes that a mythical phoenix actually flew down from the heavens to find the most perfect fruit on Earth. And this is the one it chose. Pretty cool, right? But it's not just about the epic backstory. The flavor is incredibly delicate, almost milky, with these hints of flowers and alcohol. But the real secret weapon of the golden phoenix? The seeds. They're tiny and flat. People call them dwarf seeds. And if you're a durian lover, you know what that means. Way more of that delicious, velvety fruit to enjoy.
Our contender at number 6 got its royal nickname from, get this, a former Malaysian prime minister. Meet the Zhuzhao, also called bamboo leg, and nicknamed the Queen of Musang King. It was discovered in a bamboo grove, and it's legendary for 2 things: a really powerful, lingering bitter taste, and a shell that is notoriously difficult to open. People actually joke online about how much work it takes, but the reward is this complex floral bitterness that's earned it a total cult following.
Okay, we're moving up into the big leagues now. We're entering the territory of the heavyweights, the durian royalty and their fiercest rivals. These are the varieties that basically define the entire global luxury market.
So at number 5, we've got a durian that once upon a time was literally reserved for actual royalty. Before Musang King was the king, the D24 Sultan King was the reigning champion. And the XO version? Well, just like a fine brandy, it gets that name from this subtle, complex, boozy aroma. That happens because they let the fruit hang on the tree a little longer, so it naturally ferments just a bit. The result is an intensely creamy texture and a really sophisticated bittersweet flavor that's a little less aggressive than its rivals. And now, for the one you've probably heard of, the global superstar landing at number 4.
Of course, it's the Musang King. It's often called the Hermes of durians, and for good reason. For so many people, this is the gold standard. You can spot a real one by that classic 5-pointed star at the base. And the flavor? It's just a perfect balance of bittersweet, intensely creamy taste that has absolutely conquered the world.
But all that fame comes with a pretty dark side. The demand is massive, especially from China, where it's a huge status symbol. And all that demand has led to something called the blood durian controversy. We're talking about illegal deforestation for new farms and really heated land disputes in Malaysia. It's a complex and sometimes costly consequence of this fruit's incredible popularity.
So, if Musang King is the king, then who's challenging for the throne? Well, that brings us to our number 3 pick, a modern rival that has totally captured the hearts of connoisseurs.
And here it is, the great rivalry, Musang King versus Blackthorn. Musang King is that intense, powerful global standard, but Blackthorn is the challenger. And get this, it's often even more expensive. It's praised for having a more refined, elegant taste with notes of caramel, and it's way smoother. For the true connoisseurs who find Musang King just a bit too intense, Blackthorn is the one. Okay, we've seen luxury, but
these last two contenders, they're in a category all their own. We're moving beyond just fruit and into the world of ultra-rare collector's items. And this is all leading up to a durian that's sold for a price that is just almost unbelievable. The runner-up is a relative newcomer, but it has absolutely exploded onto the scene. Meet the Tupai King, also known as the Squirrel King.
So what's the big deal here? It's all about rarity and its unmistakable look. The flesh is incredibly dense, almost like peanut paste, and it's got these really unique blue-gray tiger stripes. The flavor? It's just an intense blast of bitterness and boozy notes. Since it's only grown in one tiny area, it's become the new status symbol for the ultra-wealthy. And now for number 1, the single most expensive durian ever sold. A fruit with a history that is just as rich and complex as its price tag.
Now, this is not just any Kanyao durian. That's a pretty common variety in Thailand. No, we're talking about a very specific Kanyao grown in one unique historic region just outside Bangkok, a place where growing durians isn't just farming, it's an art form.
This timeline just shows you its near mythical status. For centuries, this was the durian of Thai royalty. But then, in 2011, a catastrophic flood wiped out almost all of the ancient orchards. The few trees that survived are now guarded like national treasures, which makes their fruit one of the rarest in the entire world. And this is what elevates it to a masterpiece. The care they give it is almost obsessive. I mean, they use purified tap water for irrigation. They only allow 1 to 4 of the absolute best fruits to grow on each tree. And they even put up tiny umbrellas to shield each individual durian from the sun. It's just wild. So, all that history, all that obsessive care, it all culminated in 2019. A single Kanyao durian from one of those pampered trees was sold at auction for 1.5 million Thai baht. At the time, that was about 48,000 US dollars for one piece of fruit.
So, this journey from the market to the auction house, it really raises a fascinating question, doesn't it? At prices like that, is it even a fruit anymore? Or has it become something else entirely? For some, the durian has gone way beyond food. It's a symbol of luxury, history, and incredible craftsmanship. What you're paying for isn't just the taste, it's the story. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.